What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Blueprint Journal. I have with me Nast B, and we're gonna just do this how we do it. It's been a while since I've done my last little podcast, but how you been feeling, bro?
Good, Brody.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me on the Blueprint. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Um, the Blueprint Journal is about mindset and your come up. So that's what we're mainly gonna focus on, and just really get deeper into what goes on through Nast B's brain, what goes on through Nate Bonsu's brain, like those different characters.
Nate
You feel me?
Bonsu, the real one.
But I want to just bring it all the way back to the beginning, your childhood, and talk about your life growing up. You know,
Yeah.
were you born in the United States?
Yep. I was born in the United States, Holy Cross Hospital, Silver Spring.
Jeez.
You know what I'm saying?
Any other government you want to give?
Give y'all the exact shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Growing up, I was born in Silver Spring, and then I think I lived in Silver Spring when I was probably like 1 to 2, and then I went to Ghana to live with my grandma while my mom was situating herself here. She really couldn't handle me and Eddie.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's your older brother,
be
right?
able to still pay all the bills, work, like it was just too much. So she sent us to Ghana. I stayed there with my grandma for 2 years. Then I came back. When I came back, I think I moved to G-Burg, and I went there. I was in G-Burg for probably like first kindergarten to like 5th grade. Then I moved to Oni, and yeah.
So, do you remember Ghana at all?
Very vaguely. It's like I be having glimpses. When I look at pictures, I'll look at a picture and be like, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But I don't remember the day to day, and that's why I gotta go back. Like I just got my passport.
Congrats.
Thank you.
So then Eddie probably remembers it then.
Yeah.
Does he ever like tell you any stories about it? No.
Nah. But what we do be talking about is how the school systems were different.
Okay.
Like, in Ghana, they're gonna whoop your ass in class.
Yeah.
If you do anything, your parents gotta respect it. Out here, it's not like that. So he would always tell me how he remembers that part of it.
Was it because he was getting his ass whooped?
Probably.
Okay. That makes sense. And then you guys came back to the United States, and like, what changed at that point? Like, it was you and Eddie still, and you guys came back. Like, what happened after that?
So we came back, and let me try and think. I know at that point we weren't with my dad anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot of like just single mother raising, and I would see my dad like every other weekend and shit like that.
Yeah.
So I just remember it was kind of just me and Eddie. Like my mom don't have any of her brothers or sisters in the States, so it's not no like immediate uncle, aunt.
Yeah.
It's kind of just her and then my dad when I see him. So it was like just me and Eddie and my mom just doing what we had to do, really. Like we close, and I think that's why we close for real, because it wasn't too many other helping hands. It was just my mom, bro.
Yeah, and your brother.
And my brother.
Yeah. So Eddie, man, like he's been around. I've been seeing him like quite often. That's really like big bro, like for real. Like you know, you seen the podcast that I did with Bees?
Yeah.
Would you say how you look up to your brother is kind of the similar way how he looks up to his brother Kevin?
Not really. Probably a little different.
Yeah.
Me and Eddie's relationship is, we have a real good relationship. I'll say that.
For
like,
sure.
That's really bro. Like he genuinely cares for me. You feel what I'm saying? But when I look up to him, it's more so for like knowledge and like guidance. Like he always guides me in the right position or like step usually than what I think. You feel what I'm saying? I'm more like the risk taker. Go nigga, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? I'm more that. He's more, he gonna think about everything.
Yeah.
Every little detail. About every detail. He's gonna think about it and then give me his opinion off that. So he's way more calculated than I am for real. So it's a good balance. Like I go to him for guidance. That's big bro. He's smart.
Have you been like that your whole life? Like the risk taker?
I think so. bro. I think so.
What's
And it's like, I remember when I was real young, I was into a lot of shit. Like, I did football. I was like doing talent shows. I was hooping.
Wait,
so,
what were you doing? Were you rapping back then too?
Yeah, like, bro, not even rapping. I was performing that one song that Mario did. You know what I'm talking about?
Nah.
Y'all know what I'm talking about? His hit, bro. It's the
You were singing?
Hold on. I'm gonna get it. Hold on. I'm gonna get it. I was singing the shit, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Like, I was doing
breaking news,
bro. Yeah, bro. Like the music shit been there, bro.
Yeah.
But fuck, what's the name of the song?
I need a Jamie.
Cause I want to give it just a little snippet of it. My voice terrible now, but I still wanna try to go back down memory lane.
Talking about the breakup, the love and love.
Nah.
Let me love you. How do I breathe?
Nah, hold
Crying
up.
out for me.
It's Let Me Love You.
I was about to
real quick.
Yeah, that just.
Let me be the one to give you everything.
So you were trying to like.
Yo,
you were trying to like woo all the women
like it
in
was
school.
like, I guess. You feel what I'm saying?
Or it was just because you enjoyed.
I liked the song, and they said it was a talent show coming up. I knew the song word for word, so I'm like, I'm gonna just perform the song, bro. The crowd went ballistic. No bullshit, bro. And then my mom was like, now that I'm on the rap shit now, she be like, I think that's when I seen it. Like I was young as hell, bro, on the stage in front of like the whole auditorium doing that song.
What went through your mind to make you like want to do that? Was it just because you?
I can't remember, bro.
You just wanted to perform.
Feel you say I'm not a risk taker. I think I've always been like I'm gonna just do it. Fuck it. So yeah, bro.
So, have you ever felt stage fright from like that age, and then even now, like, have you ever felt that?
Stage fright, bro. Just the little nerves before I go on.
Right.
But I was never scared to go on stage.
Like once you were on stage.
Yeah, when I was on stage, like the jitters are gone quick, and I just do my thing, bro. Like.
So what went through your mind after that first performance? Like you performed in front of your school, bro. Like.
Yeah.
The song came out in 2004. You're probably like 7, 8 years old performing this hit, bro. Like most kids would feel nervous, you know, and then mess up on stage. But sounds like you did your job. And then if everybody went ballistic, like what went through your mind at that point? Like how did it make you feel?
I remember feeling real good. Like it's a long time ago, so I can't remember exactly, like especially like after and all that.
Yeah.
But I remember feeling like, I remember smiling like shit when they started screaming and shit. I remember like feeling real good, like damn, we killed it. There was somebody else with me.
Okay.
It was
like
somebody else. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what he was doing. If he was singing a song with me, or if he was just like my hype man or something. But somebody else with me. And yeah, the shit, like we were both like damn, like we just laughing and smiling, like yeah, we did that shit.
So, what did anything develop after that in terms of music? I mean, it's clear that we all know your music now, but like, did anything develop from there, or were you still just doing things?
Nah, I was still just like doing whatever was kind of in season. Like if it was football, I was doing football. If it was basketball, I was doing basketball. I was in summer camps. You feel what I'm saying? My mom just tried to keep me busy because all she did was work.
Yeah.
So, like after that, music didn't really. Nothing. I didn't do nothing as far as music.
From that, yeah.
But I always was watching BET Jams, 106 in Park, like heavy, bro. Like the shit I knew as a kid, most kids shouldn't have known.
Yeah.
Because I just used to watch this shit all day.
Yeah.
And
what'd you grow up listening to then?
Man, looking back, Mario was on that list. Ludacris, I fuck with Ludacris hard, bro.
Yeah.
That was like when I was real young. I fucked with Nelly hard too.
Oh yeah.
When I was real young.
Same. Yeah. Oh man, he was. Yeah.
It's another one. And I think after that era, you know, it was a 50 Cent, Wayne.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like shit like that. But when I was younger, yeah, the people I named for real. I fuck with Ludacris hard.
When you were younger, like, was there anything in particular that you knew you wanted to do?
I thought I was going to the NBA.
Yeah. So you really had hoop
Bro, I
dreams
used to
back
get
then.
offended. I used to be in basketball camp, right? Because my mind was always bigger than the people around me.
When did you start playing basketball?
First of all, it's funny because I don't even know how I learned to play basketball. Nobody taught me.
Where?
I kind of just went out there, I guess, with the kids, like probably at the playground or something in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
And I think that's when I learned.
Yeah.
But nobody taught me how to ball. But probably like second grade, maybe second, third grade, I probably started like going out and hooping. But I didn't get on a team until like fifth grade. I remember AAU started probably like fifth grade, and then it led me into middle school ball.
Talk to me about AAU, because like growing up in the DMV, especially like Moco, like if you played football, you wanted to play for the White Oak Warriors.
Yeah.
If you played basketball, you wanted to be on AAU.
Yeah.
You know, like it was nothing in between, especially for like our community, the black community. Like those are like the two ways you went. So I don't know anything about like how AAU was, but I've heard like that's what made real basketball stars. The same with like football.
Facts.
White Oak Warriors made the real football stars. Like you were in their second grade, so like how did that mold you?
I mean, I feel like
or fifth grade.
Yeah, fifth grade. It was like the competitive, just like team shit. It was like we weren't the best team, and the team that I played for wasn't the most popular team. You had DC Assault, which was like the team all the tough ass niggas were on. I think DC Blue Devils and a few other DC. They were all in DC, bro.
Okay.
The niggas in DC hoop. So
Yeah.
those were the teams that everybody wanted to get on, but not everybody could play with them. So when we played against teams like that, it was like that competitive edge, like let's try to win.
Yeah.
We traveling, you feel what I'm saying? Like it was like your friends outside of your neighborhood. So you built like new relationships. That's how like I know a lot of people too.
Yeah.
From AAU and just from moving a lot. So it was like that AAU shit just kind of just, it was like a family. Like my coach, I looked at him like my second dad. Like that was like my dog from young to when I graduated high school. Like, so AAU was definitely like, it was cool.
Were you playing that throughout middle school too?
Yeah, I played AAU up until like my junior year, summer.
For real?
Yeah.
So
that's like the last year you get with AAU.
Okay, hold on. Let's get into this then. From fifth grade till 11th grade, you're basically playing AAU.
Oh yeah, my bad, bro. What I meant to say earlier was, when I was younger and I used to go to basketball camps, because I had a bigger mind than everyone else. When people used to tell me, bro, you're not going to the NBA, bro, I would get real loud angry. Like, fuck do you mean I'm not?
Right.
Nigga, you're not going to the NBA because you're not good enough. Me, I'm going. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
So it was like, that's the mindset I always had. Like, I really thought I was the shit, but I feel like that's how you should be. So yeah, I just wanted to add that.
You got to be your own cheerleader, because if you don't believe in yourself, nobody's going to believe in you.
Yeah,
but
bro.
Wait, so then you're playing fifth grade. How did that even happen? Because, you know, you were just saying how you're a single mom, trying to make it ends meet, basically. Like,
it happened because of Eddie. We in a grocery store one day, I think that's how it happened. And one of the assistant coaches for the team seen Eddie and was like, oh, he's tall. Went up to my mom like, does he play basketball? At this point, Eddie didn't play basketball, but he was the same like me. Like, we kind of taught ourselves.
Right.
So just off him being tall, the coach gave my mom the card, and Eddie was on the team now because his height. But whole time he was good enough to play.
Right.
So he starts playing. I start going to the games, watching him, and then it was the same AAU, the same head coach was my head coach. I just went up to him one day like, you got to make a team for kids my age. Because I see there's other kids playing my age, but I'm not playing.
Yeah.
So make a team, do tryouts, and he did it. Like,
wow. Okay.
He would coach Eddie's team, and he would coach my team. And that's how it really started, bro.
What made you want to make him do that? Like, if they didn't have the team for your age, what was the next available, like, age to do it?
I don't even know. I didn't even know how to go about it. And my mom didn't know either.
Yeah.
So I think because I seen how he put together the older team, I'm like, put together a younger team. So I know there are younger teams. And he knew what to do, which was like, call the tryouts, And yeah, bro, that's how it happened, bro.
So you made the team. Like, were you like captain? Like, did
I
they do
was
that back then?
basically,
Mm-hmm.
without being said, yeah, like I was one of the better ones on the team, and I was the reason why the team started
Word.
because
Yeah.
I told him to do it,
To make it.
and so the team was kind of built around me. I was kind of like the main player, and then I remember like we started off terrible, bro, and then by like my ninth grade year, Maryland Pistons was a team. We like one of the top teams.
Okay.
So we ended up. I remember starting like, bro, everybody on the team was bullshit,
Mm-hmm.
and then it just kept going up. We just kept getting better, kept getting new players. The players that stayed got better, and we were like competing. Like at one point, like we was really outside.
Were you guys
bro.
losing a lot initially?
Yeah.
So what made the coach? What made you like want to just keep going then? Because I mean, in business,
The
right?
love of the game.
Oh, okay.
The love of the game, I think. Like I never thought I'm about to stop playing basketball because, like I said, I thought I was going to the NBA.
Right. Yeah.
So stopping was never. I never thought about stopping.
Mm-hmm. Where you get that from then? Just relentlessness.
That's a good question, bro. I never really think about why I am the way I am, but
That's what I hope we do today. Honestly.
you feel what I'm saying? It might be my mom, how she just didn't complain about nothing, like just always did what she had to do. Like I seen her work her ass off. Like I think that might be where it stems from, and then just me feeling like I could be better than the past, like what my family has already produced. Like there's nobody in my family I can call like that's really done made it. You feel what I'm saying? I'm like maybe I could be the first one. And my mom would always tell me you're special, you're special. Like so I'll say my mom. Now I think about it, she would make me believe that I'm not like everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Like she would always drill that in my head. So I started to believe it.
Yeah.
I started to believe it, bro.
When you were growing up, like even with your brother, like did you ever have to see or deal with personally like struggle yourself?
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you feel like that affected you?
I feel like that it just makes you want more.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just at a point it feels normal. You don't really know you're struggling until you go over your friend's house.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? That's when you start to, okay, we don't have it like everybody else has it,
Mm-hmm.
but I still feel like I'm good.
Right.
So it just made me want more, like, and then I know where my mom comes from. Like, my mom really comes from nothing.
Yeah.
Like, how it is in Ghana is way better now, but when she was growing up, that's why everybody tries to come here.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? And then my grandma, she's never even been here.
Mm.
So it's like, we come from the bottom, the dirt, the mud. You feel what I'm saying? And yeah, bro, I feel like all that is what just makes me feel like, man, we gonna really turn the dirt into diamonds. Like, really, like, do something that nobody in my family ever did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then you don't quit basketball. You keep going through that because you don't know it. Quit is not in your vocabulary. It sounds like. And then I'm assuming, do you play in middle school?
Yeah.
So you got kicked off the team because your grades dropped.
Grades. Yeah, I remember I was in class. I was in science class. Mr. Lasoda came to the classroom. I see his tall ass at the door. I'm like, wonder why this nigga's over there. And then he called me over. I walked out. He like, yeah, man, turning your jersey after school today. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
He like, yeah, you're not legible. I'm like, damn. I remember I had to tell my mom. When I told my mom that, she thought I was losing my mind. Like, she thought like I was finna go to jail or something. Like, she just thought I was the worst kid in the world, bro.
Mm-hmm.
She was so disappointed, bro. It was like, what is wrong with you? And I'm just like, man, I ain't know what to say because like I knew I was better than that, but I wasn't focused on school. But then when it hit me was when like it went from me going to the games and my niggas coming to see me to me walking on the stands with my niggas watching the team. I'm like, I ain't even supposed to be in these stands right now. I'm supposed to be on the floor. So that's when I was like, all right, man. I can still be outside doing my thing, but when I'm in here, focus up a little bit. It's shit easy. And then 8th grade year, I played again. We went undefeated. And then that's when, like, the high school started, like, looking at me and shit. Like, okay, you about to go to Peavy. You about to go to Blake. Blake was on me hard. Because I live out here. I could have went to Sherwood.
Yeah.
But Blake was on me hard. And that's when the high school hooping shit started.
What made you start taking basketball serious again? Like, you said you were still doing your thing, but, like, it seems like you decided to choose basketball over that.
Yeah, because I feel like it all stemmed back to my mom, probably.
That
Like,
disappointment?
Yeah, going home and seeing how that fucked her up, it was like, nah, that ain't
I mean,
feeling
you
me.
come from African roots, so, like,
Yeah.
as far as I know, I have a handful of just foreign friends. I'm foreign myself. Like, you either go to medical school, or if you're going to play a sport, you're going to
better
really
make
play
it.
that sport, right?
Better bring
So-
some backhands home.
Yeah, like, it's either academics or the other. You know what I'm saying? Because
Oh, shit.
how did your mom take to the fact that you wanted to be a basketball star? Did she ever have, like, any real expectations of, like, what she wanted you to do with your life?
I think I didn't start seeing the expectations until, like, I was about to graduate high school, and I could tell she really wanted me to go to college, and whatever I did, get a good job. You feel what I'm saying? She never had no direction for me. It was more so just do right, stay out of trouble, and go to college and get a good job and get your life together.
Yeah.
Like, but hard on that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why do you feel like she was just... She sounds like she was pretty open to, like, anything you wanted to do.
As long as it was college. You feel what I'm saying? I think she always gave me that freedom, but it was still some control to it at the same time. I think just because, like, where she come from, like, if you get that opportunity, you better seize it. Because they don't get that opportunity.
Yeah.
So I think it was more so, like, I just want better for my children than what she had. So she's always like, okay, that's what it's going to be. Like, try to make something great out of yourself, because she would always say she not always going to be there. You got to be able to become a man one day and take care of yours. So, yeah. But she never had that, like, be your boss, be your own boss. Like, Nate, start a business or be creative. It was never that. It was never that.
That's a lot to unpack, because I could tell the way you speak about your mom, like, you really care about her.
Yeah.
Like, you want to make her proud. Like, I feel like that's kind of like where your drive comes from more than anything else. Like, deep.
Probably, yeah, bro.
Like, that's where it's from. But, like, what would you say you learned from your mom outside of those things that you just spoke on? Like, not quitting, never stopping, like, being relentless.
You said what?
What things do you feel like you've learned from your mom, like, up until this point, besides that? Like, what else have you seen her do, or she's told you specifically?
I would say being a good person, having a good heart. Like, my mom is the sweetest person you ever gonna meet, bro. And it be throwing people off, because when people think African mothers, they think, like, super strict, like, maybe mean, rude a little bit. But you can ask anybody, like, the sweetest lady you ever gonna meet. Like, I'm watching people always say, bro, I love your mom. She's so nice.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, which I like. You feel what I'm saying? So I think, like, just being good to other people. Like, if I rock with you, y'all know I'm gonna go to extent. And I think it stems from, like, me just having a good heart for the people around me. Yeah, from her, I think it's the good heart.
Do you feel like... I mean, I guess what I'm trying to ask, or what I'm thinking about asking, is, do you feel like now that's part of your own character, just being a great guy, a generous guy, do you feel like there are, like, different pros and cons to that?
Yeah.
Like, have you seen that affect her or you?
I've seen it affect. Yeah, both. Damn. Yeah, bro. People, my own family, bro. I'm not gonna go super into details, but
Like her brothers and sisters?
basically,
Oh, okay.
I would say her brother.
But it's just y'all here, right?
Yeah, it's just
Okay,
us.
okay, yeah.
She, like, I think her being nice, too nice, put her in certain situations that she shouldn't have been in. Like, she put her trust in some of her family members to take care of some business out there for her.
Right.
And they didn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that stems off of, like, them just feeling like she's not going to do anything about it. She's in America. She's good. Like, she's sweet. You feel what I'm saying?
The perception of like how it is here.
Yeah, and that's not right. And I think with me, my downfall is I've probably let too many people in my life off that initial having a good heart, me being open, you feel what I'm saying, nice to people. I think that's caused too many people to be in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm in a mindset where I'm trying to like synchronize that and like close off on certain relationships because I know it can turn into a taking advantage type of relationship. So that's a downfall. Like just people taking your kindness for weakness or your kindness for like, what's the word?
Advantage.
Like gullible.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? You thinking I'm not really knowing or I'm not going to pay attention to certain shit because I don't speak on it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't always put people in their place. I usually just sit back.
Mm-hmm.
So I think people think they can finesse and, you know, do little shit without me really knowing, but I'm really knowing.
How do you deal with that? You know, because a little sidebar I've seen one time, people underestimate rappers in general, but especially rappers from the South or if they come from a hood. I remember seeing a video of Lil Baby. I think he was on Vlad one time, and you know, Vlad be trying to have people snitch on themselves, basically. But like, he like stopped Vlad, and he was like, "Why are you even asking me this?" Like,
yeah.
So how do you deal with that as somebody who?
I really pick and choose. Like, I feel like God has given me the gift to really see through and to know when to do it, because when I do it, it's like it's gonna be firm and dominant. It's gonna make you feel a way. So I know how I am. That's why I chill most of the time. But I know when I have to. I know when.
To like apply pressure, basically.
To apply pressure to like let you know, bro. I'm not the one to be played with. You feel what I'm saying? I know when, but most of the times I just be chilling until you force me. You force my hand.
Is that something that you've learned over time?
Yeah, bro. Once my like value started going up, I had to realize like my worth. I had to really realize how valuable I was to start thinking how I'm talking about, because you start to think like, okay, I know myself. I know if this relationship doesn't work, friendship or like girlfriend relationship, I know that most likely you're probably gonna be losing out more than I am. I started feeling that way with like a lot of people. So I'm like, if I'm the trophy, why would I allow anything less of like what I feel like I deserve? You feel me? So once I really started like knowing my worth, I'm like, okay, you gotta start moving a little different, because you're moving as if you're regular as fuck. Like, as if you're like everyone else. That's why you be open to new people. You feel what I'm saying? When you start realizing that you're not, it's like, bro, you have to cool down a little bit. Just stay with a few of the ones you really rock with and just have it be that. Because it's like, it can get tricky out here, bro.
When do you feel like you kind of figure that out or put that together?
I would say within the last 2-3 years.
Yeah.
Last 2-3 years, bro.
What was like that first thing for you that made you think like, yeah, there's something different about me. Like, I am the trophy, or I need to change how I view myself and my value. Is there anything?
I started seeing how the real ones valued me. like I started paying attention to like how much praise I was actually getting.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay, people ain't just gonna be saying shit for no reason. It's time to start listening. It's kind of like how my mom used to tell me, like, you're somebody, and then I would listen. The people around me, and like I could see how people would gravitate towards me. I could see how like people always come to me for advice.
Mm-hmm.
Like people willing to give me stuff. People willing to give me opportunities. Like there's a lot of giving.
Right.
A lot of like favoritism in a way.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, okay, this is not by coincidence. Like maybe you're one of them.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So yeah, I would say like 2-3 years.
So that started like after
The music.
the music, but you were playing basketball through high school. I know. Were you playing in college?
Yeah, I played at ACC, Howard Community College.
Okay.
I played over there.
Were you feeling that back then as well?
Nah, I was like, people might have thought I was popular, but I didn't move as such. I didn't really move like I was somebody. Like, people probably, I was known, but I wasn't walking around like I was known.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying?
Why was that though?
I don't know, the confidence wasn't there for whatever reason. Like, I probably didn't even see the point of walking around like, yeah, people know me. You feel what I'm saying? I still don't to now, but now I know. You feel what I'm saying? Back then it was more just ignorance to the reality.
Yeah.
But once I started chasing this music shit, I started to see different things. Like,
What about music made things change for you? Like, you started seeing different things. You said, what exactly did you see? Like, and what about the music industry in general? Honestly,
I started to see how people will treat you if they think you're gonna be somebody. I started to see how people were treating me before it was any signs of me doing anything big.
Yeah.
Versus when it looked like, okay, this kid might do something. I was like, I've always been, like I said, I don't really speak on it shit too much, but I've always been very attentive. Pay attention. And I started to see shit like that. And I'm like, okay. And then I started to like, I don't know, I think it was a lot of shit around me. Like, just how different people started acting. Like, then it's like, okay, now it's people who, once I started coming across people who I looked up to.
As like peers?
Then you realize even more.
Yeah.
It's like, I didn't even think I would be here.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, shit like that, I started, like, being in certain situations where I know I could look back and be like, I never thought I'd be here right now. So, shit like that.
With your mindset, man, like, I know you outside of just this, right?
Yeah.
You have this never-ending grind. Like, I have a couple questions that I'm going to go from here. But first one, what is the first thing you think about when you wake up? Like, hands down, first thing.
It honestly depends on the day. It depends on the day, bro. Because my mind be in a lot of places. Because I be trying to do a lot of shit. But I think when I wake up, the first thing I'm probably going to think about is, like, the bag.
Yeah.
That money, bro.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way, it's not the same way I think about it every day. But usually when I wake up, you feel what I'm saying? I take my piss, I take my shit. And then I go on my phone and I just start trying to figure out what I'm going to do today, but hopefully I can get some money today. I do say that.
Right.
And or I'm going to take a step to get me a step closer to some money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is that for you? Why do you feel like that's
I think it's how God made me, bro. Like, the whole non-stop grind mindset that you were just talking about, I honestly think it's how God created me. I feel like everyone's different. And I have to thank God for that, because I feel like that's how he made me.
When did you realize that for yourself?
I don't know. I feel like recently. I feel like recently I've been feeling like this is how God made you. Like, because I be seeing certain people that I know personally, and I can tell they're not bad people, but our grind is just way different. And I don't think there was no difference between our upbringing.
Mm-hmm.
We grew up the same exact way.
Right.
So why is my mindset way more like on a grind type time than yours?
Mm-hmm.
We were exposed to the same shit,
Mm-hmm.
seen the same shit, went through the same shit. It's just a part of my brain that's a little different than yours.
Right.
I think it's God.
Yeah.
I think it's how God made me.
Do you feel like other people have that around you that you can point out? Like, do you feel like your brother would have that?
I feel like I have it more than my brother,
Mm-hmm.
but he has to a certain extent. Like, he plays it safe, but he still want to go get some money. Mm-hmm. He's not no broke nigga, but I just think I have more of that grind mindset than he has. He not lazy though. He just be chilling doing his thing.
Do you feel like it's just about money for you, or do you think it's something deeper? Like,
I don't think it's just about money, but I know for some reason money be motivating me to get up. Like, but then I be having thoughts like maybe it's a tricky topic, bro, because I know you would think by what I'm saying I value money to the T,
right?
But I honestly don't. You
and
feel
I know
what I'm
that,
saying?
yeah.
I will. Like, right. I'm not trying to hold on to it. If my brother need it, nigga, here.
Right.
Whoever, if we tight, here. Like, I don't let it change who I am. I don't, none of that. But it's still something that gets me going. It's still something that gets me going, bro. Like, but it's not everything at all. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't really care for it too much, but it's weird how it's what keeps me going. It what gets me going. Like, yeah, bro.
How do you view money? Like,
I feel like money is the tool to, like, fix a lot of things. Like, I feel like
what?
With money, you can fix the shit that we go through. Hard, like, paycheck to paycheck. Making sure your kids are good. Making sure your parents are good if they're not. Building a business. You feel what I'm saying? Helping your man out. Like, starting something big. Like, I feel like just the way the world is, money, everything costs money. Nothing's free. You feel what I'm saying? So money for me, because I always have that, like, help and fix things, like the provider. Like, I always had that mindset, like, from a young kid, like, okay, if I can help my mom, that's what I'm gonna do. And you start to realize, like, I can't just help her with my words. You feel what I'm saying? This is real shit going on. She's really trying to pay the bill. She's really needs gas in her car. Car notes, like, all this shit is money. So it's just like it can be a stress reliever. It can relieve stress and turn certain situations a lot better. And then I already have I'm already comfortable who I am. So the chase of the money doesn't really affect me too much. I've seen it tarnish niggas. I've seen it, like, make certain people crash out, but I'm comfortable who I am, so it's kind of just like a plus that I be chasing the money.
How do you deal with that burden or that weight or that responsibility, I guess, to want to be that supporter, that provider, that protector for your loved ones? How do you deal with that?
I wouldn't really say I deal with it. I would say it's more who I am.
You've just accepted it.
Like, I feel like it's more of a natural thing. Like, I never didn't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? It's always how I've been. So it's not really you might have some things that come with it, I guess, that I deal with,
Mm-hmm.
but the whole mindset of being a provider is just like it's just me. But to answer your question, I guess deal with not doing too much for myself. Like some days I'll be feeling like, damn, I wish I didn't give all of this to this because I'd have more for myself. Some days though, you feel what I'm saying? It's normal.
Yeah.
Usually I'm not, but those days happen.
And so you would say it never overwhelms you,
I wouldn't say overwhelmed. I mean,
or stresses.
some days it can get bad, but I always go back to, bro, it's just money. Like, just paper. Like, it's not the end of the world if you don't have this, and that. Like, you still are breathing.
Yeah.
Like, I have friends that are not here no more that I think about, and that always humbles me. That always just, nigga, you're here. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like.
But not even just about the money though, but
My mental.
your role of being that protector, provider. You've accepted that and everything that it comes with. So for somebody else who is in a very similar situation, because hearing your story now, I'm gonna be honest with you, I feel like we grew up very similar.
Yeah.
Like, especially how we view our moms. You feel me? So for somebody that's younger, right, that's going through this exact thing, that looks up to Nast B, and they're in that dark moment of their life. They're in 7th grade, getting kicked off the basketball team because they want to do their own thing in the streets or whatever. How could they get their head on straight, and what would you give them in terms of like advice to just focus and get to it?
I would tell them, like, honestly, be yourself. Like, try to be 100% comfortable with who you are. If you know being outside in the streets and doing certain things is like, when you go back home, you look yourself in the mirror and you're not like still amped about it the same way you was amped outside, then try your hardest to stop doing that shit that you know is not you and focus on who you really are, and then just work hard after that. Like, I think anybody who finds their truth and tries their hardest to follow that path will, like, be successful or be happy and have a better life.
How does somebody find their truth is really what I'm trying to ask too.
That's a good question.
Because
I think
music wasn't your first truth. I mean, didn't seem like it.
Yeah, I mean, but then again, I always had the love for it at a very young age. So when I do think back to, like, how I did that talent show or how I used to sit in front of the TV, like, when I was watching 106 in Park and different rap videos, all my other brothers were watching Naruto,
right,
and Dragon Ball Z. Like, I couldn't tell you all the characters' names that they knew because I was watching other shit.
Right.
Why? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's probably because I was following my truth.
Yeah.
So when I look back at shit like that, I'm like, okay, this music shit is probably what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
So, like I said, like, this is a situation with somebody in the streets knowing that they not supposed to be in the street. Like, if you are outside and that feeling you get when you feel like, let's say you're being peer pressured, but you're putting on the act as if, like, you are really with what everyone's doing. If you go in the house and you are like, oh my God, thank God that was over.
Right.
You're on some, you don't even want to go back outside the next day and do it again if you could. If you know, you feel like, bro, I don't even want to do that shit no more. Follow your gut. Because when you by yourself, that's when you're the most truthful. So talk to yourself too.
Yeah.
I be having to talk to myself sometimes.
That's what I wanted to ask.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, how often do you put that mirror in front of your face?
A lot. Like, a lot, bro. And that's how I think I've always stood grounded. Like,
yeah.
I be having a real live talk to myself. Like, my girl will tell you right now, I real live talk to myself. She'll be like, she just don't be getting it.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's what it be. Like, I be having them talks with myself, bro, for real.
What makes you so reflective in that case? Then, like, I don't think that's something that you're taught.
Cause I feel like, swear to God, bro, I feel like it's no one like me.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, and I love myself. So, I'm grateful how God has made me. I feel like I'm a cool ass nigga. So, I be wanting to talk to that nigga that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? That nigga that I'm talking about understands everything. Cause it's me.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So I know I have a good head on my shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
I know people come to me for advice. So why wouldn't I go to myself for advice? You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's like that. Like I be knowing, and I can keep it truthful with myself too,
without like adding any lies or exaggerating or anything like that.
Exactly. Like, yeah, bro. Like I can keep it a buck with myself.
How are you so honest with yourself then? Like, how do you even know you're being honest with yourself?
I don't know, bro. Probably just my gut feeling, and me not feeling like you know how if I was to start lying to bro, I'm probably gonna be feeling weird. You feel what I'm saying? You start lying to Kel, you know you're lying,
right?
But this nigga believes you,
right?
At some point you're gonna be like, damn, I was just lying. Like shit,
mm-hmm.
Like you gonna feel weird. Like then that lie has to keep up,
right?
So you're gonna keep lying.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? So I don't be feeling that way. I be feeling like everything is just 100. Like I don't feel like I have to keep up with lies. I don't feel like when I'm by myself, I turn into somebody different. Like yeah, it's 100 the whole way through, so I can be honest with myself.
Have you always been like that?
I don't think so. Looking back, like the real confidence probably didn't start until probably high school, but it's not the confidence that I have now at the same time. But
what do you mean by confidence?
Like just loving who I am.
Like for yourself.
Yeah, like really loving who I am. Like you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
accepting yourself.
Accepting myself and actually liking the person that I accepted.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because you could probably accept yourself and accept that I'm a bitch ass nigga.
But
you probably fuck around and accept that.
Right.
My case, I accepted that you a real ass nigga, and I'm happy that that's what it was. Like once I started paying more attention, and I think like I always said, like how other people would view me, started giving me more and more reminders. Like, okay, you feel what I'm saying? You really that?
Yeah. What makes you, if you have an opinion on it, what makes other people run from that instead of just embracing who they are? Yeah. If you're a real deal individual, or if you're just a bitch ass nigga, like some guys would just try to run from it or run towards something that they're really not, or girls too. But like, what makes other people do that in your own opinion?
I think social media is one of the things that fucked a lot of things up. Social media.
That's interesting.
Will have you wanting to be something you're not because you see it working for someone, or you see how other people gravitate towards that even though it's not you.
Yeah.
So you start seeing the fruits of someone else's labor and how they're reacting to it and think, I should probably do that. You know what I'm saying? And it's probably not even them running from themselves on purpose. It's more so them just focused on the light that they see is that they think could be for them, but really they haven't taken enough time off of social media and spent enough time in real life with the people that they're around to really figure out themselves. Like I feel like a lot of people are living in fantasies and just bro, I'm telling you, bro, Instagram is something, bro.
I
It
mean,
really did
social
something with
media
Instagram.
is a very interesting thing. I mean, the logo for the Blueprint Journal is an iceberg, and I do that on purpose because everybody sees the peak of Mount Everest, but nobody sees everything underneath. And you feel me? And
Sure.
even for you, you're a rapper. You're established as an artist, as a businessman. But like, did you always know what it took to be in this industry from the jump?
Nah, I started learning more as I went on. I thought it was more so, just I knew hard work, I knew investments, but it's so much more to it.
Yeah, like
It's
what
like
is really hard work? What
like
is really investing yourself into this industry?
in this industry, it's really like sacrificing a lot of the other shit that you could be doing. Like I feel like it's being vulnerable, like it's listening, being able to be critiqued. It's having tough skin. It's knowing how to network, knowing how to market yourself, not being scared, like really being able to put yourself out there, like, but on a consistent basis. Like you have to have energy, you have to have a drive, especially if you don't have an overnight success. Most people can't. I just seen this TikTok, bro. This kid was talking about how he started rapping, it didn't work out for him, and after COVID he quit. I'm just like, I don't know why he would make that video, but it just shows you some people don't have that drive that you need when you're not dealing with an overnight success. Like it's been years. I'm going on 4 years, like,
Yeah,
and I still haven't got a fat ass rap check.
yeah,
Everything has been still putting in. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like that type of shit will drain the average person and make them stop. So this game takes a serious desire to win, like a serious one, because it's now with so many people doing it. Every day you go on Instagram, you see a new rapper, new artist. It's like the game is getting so cluttered, it makes it harder and harder. But that don't mean stop. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot that you have to be prepared for and willing to do to even build the little buzz that I built.
Yeah.
And I'm nowhere near where I'm trying to go. Like B said, we on a race to the start. Of the line. You feel me? So,
famous.
Yeah, bro. It's not a joke.
How do you separate yourself from the masses then? If everybody can do it and a lot of people do it, how do you separate yourself? How do you stand out amongst everybody else that's doing it?
I think what I do is I study the people who are really doing it. Like I pay attention to. That's when I started realizing that when people drop mixtapes, they do rollouts.
Right.
Until I started really following G Herbo, I didn't know that. I thought people just dropped their mixtapes.
Right.
But he would do an interview. He would do the freestyle up at 97 with Funk Flex. He would do like little pictures and shit.
Yeah.
Just little content, and it'll have me thinking like, oh, and then boom, the tape drop. Shit like that. Like I feel like I study the people who are really on some shit, and it makes me know, okay, this is how you separate yourself. This is how you look a certain way.
Right.
This is how you market yourself. Like shit like that, bro. Just really paying attention to the greats and not paying attention to everybody else that's doing it with me.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Who else do you look up to in the industry? Like, we know you're a big Herbo fan.
I fuck with Meek. I fuck with how he just be on some dream chasing, hustling ass shit. You feel me? Like, I fuck with. Like, I'm just keeping it a buck. Like, the average nigga might say, the first thing he gonna say is Jay-Z. You feel what I'm saying? But, like, that's probably the third person I would say, only because I can't say that I've 100% studied him yet. And that's probably
what it is.
My next move, too.
Yeah. And I was going to say, like, the connection that you have to Herbo and rap, sounds like you have such a deep connection with them because of how deeply you studied them.
Yeah.
But now you brought up Jay-Z and how you want to study him. What
Yeah.
about Jay that you want to study?
I want to figure out how he got super duper big. Like, he's like the biggest. I know it has a lot to do with how he just didn't stay strictly on rap. You feel what I'm saying? He started to make businesses very profitable and always had that entrepreneur mindset. I think that's what separated Jay-Z from the average rapper. So that for sure, I want to build like my business mindset. That's what I want to get from Jay-Z for real.
Yeah.
Because he made good music, he did. But I don't think like there's people who don't know his music.
Yeah.
But know him.
Yeah.
Like, they can't tell you what songs were on his albums, but they can tell you his net worth.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So shit like that with Jay-Z, I want to like figure out how to just become a real businessman.
How do you feel like he did it?
Job regardless.
How do you feel like he did? Because didn't he start at 26? He came back to the game late 20s or something, and he wasn't an overnight success by no means. So what is something, or how would you depict his whole come up has been from really the 90s, I guess?
I think I've seen interviews where he said like he did everything himself. Like that relentless shit.
Yeah.
Like, and the record labels weren't fucking with him, so he said, "Okay, I'm gonna do it myself. I'm gonna just keep on pushing, putting it in front of y'all face until it clicks." So, I think that's how he did it, and just really believing in himself more than anyone else.
Do you feel like doing it by yourself, you could do it by yourself, or do you feel like doing it by yourself is the best way to go to like really make it?
I feel like doing it by yourself to a certain extent, more so like value being independent. Like, doing it yourself is still having your team, but the team's going with your ideas.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So instead of like you just taking orders every time, you just doing what the next person telling you to do, or just doing what like the label tells you to do. You feel what I'm saying? Opposed to your own thoughts is how I see like doing it yourself. And I feel like that's what I'd rather do, is like have creative control, but build a team that can help me get where I'm trying to go, but keep it my vision.
What's the cost that comes with choosing to go this road then?
I think the cost is how much harder you got to work. That's the price you're going to have to pay. Your time, your energy, like your dedication. But I feel like that's worth the reward.
Yeah. What is that reward for you then?
That reward for me is like real life freedom, like financial freedom, freedom to do what I want, when I want, how I want, have a huge voice, like really make my family proud, like they're itching to tell you that they're related to Nast B.
Right.
Like really become something worth like talking about, not just music. Like, I'm real big on businesses, bro. Like, I be telling my girl, like, I'm in a mindset right now where I'm trying to figure out how to place all the bread that I've made into businesses, into profit, into returns. Like, that's what my mind be on.
What did anything tip you off to that? Like, did anybody teach you that? Like, what made you interested in businesses? Because
I think it was I was working, and anytime I had a job, I always felt like this ain't what I want to do. This don't feel right. And then I read Rich Dad Poor Dad, and that's what really set it off. That had me thinking about like business, investments, returns, flipping money. Like, the book just made so much more sense than the rat race, the 9 to 5 every single day until you're 50. Like, I remember I had a job at one point, and the HR lady was like, yeah, you'll be able to take your retirement. It's looking like 2040. She was looking at the paper and she was being dead ass.
Yeah.
And I remember looking at her like, damn, she really thinks I'm about to be coming here for 20 years straight.
Yeah.
20 years sitting in front of this desk doing the same thing for 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, that's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Like, that's nuts, bro. There's
Mm-hmm.
no way.
Mm-hmm.
I already feel like I shouldn't be here when I'm sitting in a chair.
Right.
But now that you think I'm gonna be here forever, that means you think I'm just damn near a slave.
Mm-hmm.
Damn near.
Yeah.
And then I said I read Rich Dad Poor Dad, and it validated my thoughts.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Validated my thoughts.
So then what makes you choose this life of just entrepreneurship in general then? Because
Ties back to the freedom thing.
freedom is more
waking
important.
Up in the morning,
Yeah.
like how I felt, it would be little shit like asking my boss for PTO.
Yeah.
Feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was
yeah.
that feeling
We've
of
been
like,
there. Yeah.
hold on, I can only be on vacation for this amount of time,
And if you tell me to.
and if you
Yeah.
tell me
If you
to,
approve it.
whoa.
Yeah.
Like it was time. It was like 2 summers ago, where it was like I kept feeling like, damn, like am I gonna be able to do this? Am I gonna be able to do that? I gotta work,
Right.
and it's like that shit compared to how I live now. Knowing that my life is a little glimpse of
Right.
freedom. It's a little glimpse of waking up and not having to go to a job. So I realize I be comparing the two.
Mm-hmm.
So I can never go back to that.
Yeah.
It feels this how I am right now feels good. So imagine when it's legit and it's
Yeah.
real. It's like that's gonna feel great, bro.
Yeah. So then it is more than money for you then. Freedom is way more important because I talk to people about this all the time, but like if you choose entrepreneurship because you think it's a cash grab and you can make a lot of money, you chose the wrong career, right?
Yeah.
And this kind of ties back to the whole rapper thing. Like you have to know what you're getting yourself into before you even take that risk, just so you are, you know what's going on. But now that you're talking about businesses, we all know we're recording in one of your
Double M
businesses,
Studios.
right?
Double M Studios.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta make sure we plug that
Goddamn
always.
right.
Yeah.
So,
What did it take for you to get to the point to be able to invest into a business like this? And what was going through your mind? Like, how did you think about it from the jump?
I think it was a time where I was coming across some money, and the money was coming in fast. And by God's grace, I didn't have oh yeah, let me just go to the mall and blow all this shit. I never had that mindset.
Right.
Like, so that's how, the money was coming in, and I just knew that I could turn this money into something. Like, I don't want to look back. I've blown some money before.
Right.
So this time I'm like, I don't want to look back and be like, damn, the money's just gone.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm just looking at my closet, looking at the money. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm just like, nah, bro, let's do something. And then you got people around me who is their dream to do some shit like this. So it was a mix of both, of like not trying to just waste the money that I was seeing, and also having the like, I wouldn't say mindset, more so like just the want to build something big with my team. Like, and then I do music. So it's like, why not have a place where I can be making money plus still grinding, chasing my dream? Like, it made perfect sense.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, now we're going to put this money to use this time.
What other things do you feel like you want to get yourself into or invest into?
I really want to, like, get my clothing off the ground, like my merchandise. Like, I have a gut feeling that once I start putting more of my energy into it, it could be something that people actually want all over the world. It's like this weird feeling. So, like, my merchandise getting off the ground. I want to own property, and I think I want to have a restaurant at one point.
For real?
Yeah, bro.
What? Oh, because you like to eat?
I like to eat, bro. And I'm a foodie. Like, it's not even just liking to eat, like, something people don't know about me is I used to watch the Food Network. Like,
Still do over
you
here,
feel what
man.
I'm saying? So you still do?
Oh yeah, I'm a chef, man. Don't ever get it twisted.
Yeah, bro. I used to come home and watch the Food Network sometimes. I even did at high school when I went to Edison, little trade school. I was doing culinary arts.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
okay.
like that's when
Wow.
I thought like I was a foodie. Feel what I'm saying? I was into the shit, but I tried it to see if I really like it, and I realized that I really can't be in the kitchen. I really can't be in the kitchen like that. But I would love to walk into my restaurant and see everybody working, see people happy about how the food tastes, see the business doing well. Like, that's low key one of my dreams. Like,
how do you plan on getting to those different milestones of your life?
I feel like the mindset's already there. I really just have to get the capital.
Yeah.
That's really the only thing stopping me from a lot of different things.
Do you feel like rap is all, like, it's gonna be, not all, but I guess I'm asking, do you feel like rap is gonna have its end point for you and then you move into other things, or do you feel like it'll be forever?
I feel like during the rap, I'm gonna already be building these businesses that I'm talking about. Like, I feel like the rap, I'm gonna be able to. It's just like a rapper making a record label. You know what I'm saying? But still focusing on his career.
Right.
I think you can plant your little seeds while you're still an artist, while you're still hustling, even on tour. It's like it's all about what you do with your time. So my plan is to invest while I'm going up, not wait till I'm rich as fuck to start investing.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? As the money's coming in, plant the little seeds, get the businesses going, so everything is growing with me. You feel what I'm saying? But I feel like the rap will have to stop at one point, just like at one point. But I don't see myself stopping no time soon.
Is there anybody right now that you feel like you could look up to and kind of emulate what they're doing because they've done or they're doing what you want to do? If you've studied that.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, Jay-Z. He's one of them people that is doing or has done what I'm trying to do, which is like be like an influential rapper, but at the same time be known for other things.
So you say you haven't studied him, right? Okay.
I know the surface.
Yeah.
I know like what I just said. You feel what I'm saying? But
the details.
I don't know the details.
We'll have to revisit that convo at a later point. I really feel like just knowing who you are as a person and like how a lot of these things drive you, your family, your career, bread. I feel like you gotta just look into him. This is kind of like off camera type shit, but like, I really genuinely feel like you should look into him because one of the things I love to do just as a pastime is study business, and not because like for any other reason, just because I want to see like how did this person make something and make nothing into something.
Yeah.
In my opinion, Jay-Z laid the blueprint for everybody after him. And he was doing it so early. Like you mentioned, the whole record label thing, like he started the joint with Dame Dash. And I mean, granted that didn't go too great, but he learned from that and then started what he has now, Rock Nation, from Rockefeller Records, right? Rock Nation has people like J. Cole on there now. Now J. Cole has his own label too, Dreamville. He got people like Jid. He got Ari Lennox. Ari Lennox is from here. So I'm just saying all this to say, like, I really feel like you should tap into what he's doing because Jay-Z really is that guy. But kind of go back a little bit because I want to really get into this. But what do you feel like it takes to be a rapper? And then what do you feel like it takes to be a rapper in the DMV, in your own opinion?
Shit, I ain't gonna lie. To be a rapper in the DMV, I'll answer that first. It's sad to say. You don't have to do too much right now. Like,
why is that?
Because for some reason, they like that same sound that is so easy to make.
Mm-hmm.
Like that same DMV flow that's so easy to make. Do that shit with my eyes closed.
The bar for bar.
You feel what I'm saying? You know, if you from a certain area and your hood get behind you
Mm-hmm.
and you make yourself look sweet, you just might start getting a following out here.
Right.
Like, it's not too much you have to do to get a little DMV buzz. Granted, hopefully the song got a crank, but
Mm-hmm.
you don't got to do too much to build a buzz out here, honestly. I feel like it's like, I don't know, people just aren't consistent.
Mm-hmm.
But out here, the shit that be clicking for some reason, it's not much.
Right.
It's the people that's putting in a lot more and giving way better content than the particular DMV flow. Those are the people in the DMV
Mm-hmm.
that don't get really looked at.
Yeah.
People who do the quick microwave shit, put it out, boom,
Mm-hmm.
50K views.
Yeah.
I didn't create the rules. I don't know why.
Does that affect you at all? Has that ever affected you? I guess is the first question.
It has, but I always use it as motivation and fuel.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like I'm supposed to been out of here,
Right.
but they be gravitating towards certain shit that I don't be on.
Mm-hmm.
But I use it as fuel rather than letting it throw me off.
How do you view it now then? You say you use it as fuel. If you're not blown
now,
up right away, that means you're a slow burn, right?
Yeah.
So how do you view it? Does it affect you?
Some days, like I said, I be feeling like I should have been out of here, but I also enjoy the journey because, God willingly, I have been like this.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? It's been slowly like that since I started.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like because I haven't plateaued yet, not yet, I haven't plateaued, me not being where I'm at doesn't feel as bad because I still am making progress.
Mm-hmm.
Feel me? So, yeah.
What do you feel like you've learned then from just being a DMV rapper to now separating yourself and breaking into a more wider audience?
I think you have to like understand that you're bigger than the DMV, like, or that you can be.
Mm-hmm.
You have to understand that it's so much more. There's a whole world out there. Like, so if your flow is in the DMV, but you from the DMV, that's
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because just the way Instagram and Twitter works, half the people that be retweeting your shit might not even be in the DMV anyways if your shit really get the going viral.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like understanding that it's not just here. Think big. Like, think big.
When did you start thinking so large and strategically?
When I started, honestly, I would get love from other places. I would get certain DMs and they be like rocking with me more than I know some people out here are.
Mm-hmm.
Like shit like that. And then it's like you travel and you literally see that it's way more people than just the DMV.
Yeah.
And that, like, for example, Corday, like, he didn't blow up in the DMV first.
Yeah.
He was from out here, though.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is a prime example. Like, it's more than just the DMV. And if you don't start thinking that way, you're going to be in a box. Like, you're never going to make certain connections that you would make
Mm-hmm.
unless you were thinking the other way. Like, you're not going to go on certain trips. You're not going to search up different blogs that are in these other places that have a better following than the DMV sites if you don't start thinking bigger than the DMV.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's different avenues that show you that it's more than just here.
How you position yourself to do that then?
Not being lazy, research. Like, if you really want something, like, if you want a burger, right, but you don't know where the burger's at, you're probably going to go to Google and type in burger places near you.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? That's just you putting in the work for what you want to do. Even if it's that little, going to Google.
Right.
Nigga, go to Google. Just Google some shit. Or go to a DMV Hoods and News page and go through the comments. Maybe somebody is promoting their services in their comments, and you click their shit. If you put your mind to, okay, boom, I want to figure this out. Usually it's not that hard. It's all about not being lazy. Like, people all the time be like, bruh, I'm trying to get in the studio. All right, so go to the website. Book the session.
Yeah.
Or, bro, I'm trying to link with better cameramen. They'll just say that.
Right.
Okay, well, the last person who shot that video that you like, go to his Instagram, shoot him a DM, email him.
Just
maybe
that simple.
go under his comments.
Right.
If you really want to link with better videographers.
Right.
Shit like that, bro. I think it's just actually doing what you say you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actions.
It's funny because you make it seem so simple.
Because sometimes it is.
Why do you feel like people make things like that so complicated?
Because they are lazy. I'm trying to tell you, a lot of shit stems from laziness, and I'm saying that because it happens with me some days. When I know I'm feeling lazy, I'm probably not going to do what I'm supposed to be doing to the extent that I'm supposed to be doing it at. Like, I'm probably just going to half-ass it, or I might try for a quick second, get distracted on Instagram. Now I'm 40 minutes into some bullshit.
Right.
And I'm laid back chilling now. Like,
but then can you complain if you're not getting what you want?
No, you cannot. No, you cannot. So you get what you put in.
Right.
Sound cliche, but that's what it's going to be. Like, whatever you put in is what the game is going to give you.
So what's your thoughts on, because it sounds like you have to give it your all for something to work out, or for whatever result that you want. What's your opinion, or what's your thoughts then on, quote, selling your soul? Because what does that mean to you?
So I think when I hear selling my soul, I think you have given who you are up for a piece of dollar. It's like, if you're a good-hearted person, but becoming a murderer and a killer, or
even in the rap game or
like,
music industry.
Like, you say, okay, so let's say you completely change who you are. Let's say the label wants you to, let's say you're really a street nigga. You're really a hood nigga that values his block. Came up a certain way, but the label says it's time for you to put a wig on.
And a dress.
Throw the clown suit on.
Right.
Throw the dress on.
Right.
And you know that's not you, but they give you $1 million.
Right.
Selling your soul.
So what are you willing to do for the dollar, basically?
Yeah, what you're willing to do for that dollar. I don't look at it as like you sat down with the devil and you signed a paper and now you sold your soul. Like, because I don't even want to think about certain shit like that. I hopefully all that shit.
Did you grow up
I don't know, it's just
in a church household?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I grew up in church, bro. So the whole devil shit, you can miss me. You can miss me.
Do you feel like, I kind of want to get into this because I'm into like darker shit, but honestly,
Boys dark.
man, but nah, like, how do you feel? What's your take on the whole signing your soul over to the devil? Like, do you really feel like the devil's going to show his face, or how is the devil going to show his face?
I was watching an interview with the people, one of the people from 3-6 Mafia, who 666, like, they were really banging that the devil shit. He was like, the devil is gonna come in not how he was comparing it to Lil Nas X's video, how it was
Right.
portrayed in that video. He's gonna come like Kel. Feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Hat, regular shirt, shorts, like one of your men,
Right.
or like just a person that looks regular.
Mm-hmm.
But you're gonna know because you're already on the path to, like, you've probably already done certain prayers or had certain meetings with people who are really deeply connected with that underground.
Mm-hmm.
So he was saying that you start to know things that the average person won't know or catch.
Mm-hmm.
So when you see the devil, you're gonna really know. You know what I'm saying? But you have to really be on the path.
Mm-hmm.
You have to really be willingly knowing that, okay, I want to turn over on that other side.
Right.
And yeah, bro, something I personally would never do.
Yeah. Have you feel like you've been, in a way, try to be dragged down by the devil or anything that, because you're seeing a lot of great things happen in your life.
I think so, bro. I think anytime but then again, I be feeling like God be putting me through my battles. So I be feeling like when the devil's involved, it's when I'm doing some shit I'm not supposed to be doing. That I know in my heart it ain't even me. I think that's when the devil's involved.
Yeah.
But when it's like hardships, I think that's all orchestrated by God because it's like it always molds me.
Mm-hmm.
But them decisions that I be making that I know I'm not supposed to make, it always takes me back further. It always has me crashing. I think though that's when like the devil be trying to work his way.
How do you feel like you're going to be able to stay true to yourself when you see that first 3 comma check or something like that? Because money does, here's my opinion on money. Money doesn't change you, it just makes you more of the person that you really are. So if you're an asshole with no money working for somebody else, you're going to be more of an asshole when you actually own some shit. So how do you feel like you're going to be able to just stay authentic to your own self?
If that's the case, then I think I'll be just fine.
Mm-hmm.
I think when the money comes, I'm going to become an even better person.
Do you feel like you'll be more generous?
I think I'll be more generous. I do.
But then how you discern when to be generous and when not to be?
That goes back to like what we were saying earlier, like me already learning certain things and growing into like a better mindset of knowing how to decipher who to be generous with.
Mm-hmm.
Because and not only who to be generous with, but also how generous I am with them. So I think every day I get better with that.
Yeah.
So I think by the time I really touch some money, I would have all the ground structure and knowing how to move. And then just, blessing who deserves to be blessed. And also, just enjoying the fruits of my labor.
Do you believe in luck?
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit, bro. Like, just a little bit, though. I feel like a lot of shit is already written. I feel like you just have to, like, follow your heart and follow your gut. I feel like a lot of things are already set in stone for what they're going to be. But then I be feeling like it do be luck. Because some things are just like, come on, what the hell is this?
Mm-hmm.
It's probably luck.
So you say you feel like everything was set in stone. Why?
I just feel like that's how God created. I feel like that's how God made it. That everything is like who you are. See, I'm not too religious. I'm more spiritual now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not necessarily Christianity or Muslim or Buddhism.
Right.
It's more so the power of God. And I've seen certain situations happen that has made me believe more in God. So I think that same God that I'm referring to is powerful enough to have started it and knowing everything that's going to happen by the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
And we're here. You can go off of your track, I think, by not following your heart and your gut.
Right.
And I think anytime you're following your heart and your gut, you're moving along God's plan for whatever it is that your life is supposed to be like. and not everybody is gonna be rich and famous. Not everybody is gonna.
Everybody's meant to.
You feel what I'm saying? Everybody's meant to be rich and famous or financially stable because there has to be people who aren't.
Right.
I feel like to balance the people who are.
Right.
If everybody was rich, there wouldn't be. You wouldn't value like certain lessons and morals because money just have you flowing. It's the struggle that grounds you, and I think that's how God created for there to be balance. Like, not everybody to be in a certain position, but still be happy with what God made you or God's plan for you. Still be grateful for life.
Yeah.
Even if you're not, you feel what I'm saying, rich and famous. Some of the happiest people are broke.
Yeah. I mean, so if everything has already been determined and somebody does go off path, wouldn't you say that was written in there too?
I wouldn't, because I feel like that's like God gave us the will to make decisions on our own. Because you have some people who are born into this earth that don't believe in God at all. I think that's like the power God gave us to be able to think for yourself. So I don't know. My gut is telling me it's designed in a way where you can choose to, like I say, follow your heart, your gut, like be yourself. I feel like that's just when you're following God's plan. If you look yourself in the mirror and you're comfortable who you are and you're not trying to be something you're not, I feel like when you start to do that, you're not following God's plan. That's just what I think. I don't think that part is written. I think the written part is when you are just going with your gut and like being true to yourself, because God made you exactly how you are for a reason.
So what if that good person then decides to make the choices that this all-powerful God allows you to make, but instead of going the morally righteous way, they decide to go down the evil path? You don't feel? Do you feel like
the evil path might be who they are,
who God made them into be?
Yeah, which would be part of the script,
right?
Which would be what is written. There are some people I think will, like, that's what I'm saying when I say you're comfortable who you are. If you know you're that bad guy,
right?
Be that bad guy,
right?
Because it's like, hopefully, that bad guy isn't a murderer, and you just out here really wilding. But it's like, I don't know, man. I feel like.
Do you feel like we need that, the balance of good and evil?
I feel like that's how it was written.
Yeah.
It wasn't just all good. It's sad how some people can real life be wild and, out here. When I think about, like, them serial killers, like, it's sad that those type of people are on Earth. But I also believe that God put them on Earth.
Yeah.
So, it's like, some tricky shit, bro.
So you believe God created good and evil?
Yes.
But why? Why do you feel like we need that?
It's a deep question.
Nah, we getting into it now.
That's a deep question, bro. I feel like sunny days wouldn't be special if it wasn't for rain. It give me like, I feel like there has to be dark clouds, bro. There has to be, can't just be all light. I don't think that's how it's supposed to be. And hopefully, those people those serial killers, right? Hopefully when they do commit those crimes and, do that type of shit, they have remorse and maybe can guide the next person. Now it might be the next person's will who thinks that they're a demon and they're like a killer, for them to hear somebody who was really that to tell them that's not a good path. It's not something you want to do. That's what I was doing. That's not something you want to do. And now that person who thinks he's that wakes up and realizes, nah, I'm actually one of the good people. Feel what I'm saying? So now it's like you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know the ins and outs, bro. I'm just giving you what I think it may be.
Mm-hmm.
Because I honestly do believe that God put good and evil on earth.
Yeah. For us to why. To learn from it.
Yeah. To learn and to balance the good and the lessons. Like, I think there's a lesson in everything.
Yeah, I think it's interesting just because we have, I know you're familiar with terms like sociopath, psychopath, mm-hmm. like narcissist. The sociopaths / psychopaths that do go beyond and cross that line and become murderous, Ted Bundy's, and then there's this other guy, he used to like do wild stuff. They actually enjoy it.
Yeah. Like it's sick.
Right.
But don't you think that's probably who they were as a like they were born that way?
Yeah.
Like,
I do.
Feel me?
Yeah.
I think they were born that way. Cause I've never thought about that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I never thought about going on a killing spree.
Mm-hmm.
My brain was never, I was never a sociopath, which I feel like it stems from other things that I didn't go through, or my brain wasn't set up that way.
Right.
So I feel like it's how they were made.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and even deeper than into this too.
Do you agree with what I'm saying? How do you feel?
I personally feel like God gives us the power to make our own decisions, but what we choose to do is up to us. So we exist, and then what we create after that is up to us. So our essence is built after that.
Yeah.
Like, I've been getting deeper into philosophy, and that comes from this philosopher. His name is J.P. Sartre. He was French, and he spearheaded existentialism. So when we have like these identity crises, these existential crises where it's like, do I believe in God? Who am I? Like all that. Like, is life even worth living? It started from them back in the early late 1800s, early 1900s.
Yeah.
So that's how I believe things are, because I've seen people in my own life go through damn near the same thing I'm going through at the same damn time. Some of them are dead. I'm alive. And it was that's why I believe in God personally, because it was literally just like I've seen demons in my life, like literally face to face type shit. And I've seen people who gave me the opportunity to clean up my life so many times. And it'd be different people, teachers, people from my church. And I just kept getting these signs like, nah, bro, you're not supposed to be going this way. And the more I kept trying to, I in middle school for me, 7th grade, I almost got expelled, right? I intentionally went down the bad path as hard as I could.
Yeah.
And I kept hitting this roadblock, like, you can't get past a certain point.
Like, yeah,
you're not supposed to be here.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I believe that we do get to make those decisions, but like you were saying, I feel like a lot of it's already put in stone. So it doesn't matter how far I want to go. Every decision I wanted to make has been written up until a point where it's like, nah, your story is supposed to go over here now.
Yeah.
You know? But that brings me to the next point. I've noticed in a lot of your lyrics and your songs, you talk about, like, everybody has a date. You're talking about death. Like, what is your opinion on that, and how does that drive you to, I guess, live a more fulfilled life?
When I was younger, not even too much, I was in like 7th, 8th grade. Death used to be on my mind so much. And at that point, I still hadn't really lost anybody.
Yeah.
It was weird. It was like, I think I would see certain celebrities pass away, and I would be like, damn, would have me thinking like damn, they're really gone. It's like, you feel what I'm saying? It's on a bigger scale for some reason. We're all human.
Yeah.
It's on a bigger scale. I think that's when I first started like thinking about death. Like, okay, we can go, and you never coming back.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point, I was scared of it. I would always think like, me not living, like what the hell? Like, what is that gonna be like?
Right.
Like, I was always like, you know, you be at church, you will hear heaven, you hear hell.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying I don't believe in that, but no one that I know has died and came back and told me exactly
right.
where they at.
Yeah.
Or how it is.
Yeah.
So we don't know exactly what it's gonna be like, and that uncertainty was scaring me at one point. It was like, you feel what I'm saying? You just don't 100% know. But now,
how'd you deal with that? Because you were young.
Yeah, I think I was about to get to it.
Mm.
I started losing people.
Mm.
And I started losing people that I was like Lil Drew. That's why I always talk about him, because it was like I was with this kid every day.
Right.
So I started thinking of it like the way he just left is crazy in itself. But he went through it.
Right.
And everything while we was here, anything he went through, I was doing it. Anything, you feel what I'm saying? It was just like, we were like this. So, if he can go through death, I can go through that. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, and then it makes you kind of want to see what's on the other side. Hopefully seeing, maybe you can see them again.
Right.
It's just kind of like, I started losing people, and I started coping with the idea of me going one day easier.
Yeah.
You feel me?
So, do you feel like now that you've had some experience dealing with death, Drew, Trap, R.I.P., how has that changed your outlook on life then? You just said without rainy days, we can't have sun, basically. Mm-hmm. How do you feel about that now? Life, I guess.
Lost Trap out of nowhere. It made me look at life differently. But it's all good. I'm the one that's going to shine for us. It's like me still being here be more motivation on some, like, they're not here no more to even, like, especially Trap with his music shit. Like, I know he would be geeked to see this shit right here.
Yeah.
That was one of my motivations to do it.
Right.
Because he's not physically here to do it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, it's me just feeling like it's more than myself when I lose people close to me. It just make me feel like you got to do it for them.
Yeah.
If they were still here, you know what they like to do. Do shit that you know they would be doing if they were still here.
Yeah.
Like that, bro.
Do you feel like everything that you've done up until this point, you can say you feel proud or they feel proud that you've done?
Some people, yeah. It's something like, like, I would say him probably and my man Toad, they were probably like, well, we got a lot more business to handle. But he would probably say, if I was to die tomorrow, like, Nash did his thing. Like, Nash, like, he did his thing. He did his thing.
Right.
Put it that way. Like, he did his thing. I keep saying that. But the nigga did his thing. But then you probably have my mom that'll be like, he didn't get nowhere near. Like, he's so young. It's my baby. You feel what I'm saying? Will probably be more on that. Like, he hasn't done anything.
Yeah. How do you feel about that then? Do you feel like up until this point, this exact moment, do you feel like you are at 100% your potential as of today? No, not as of what you could be, but as of today, do you feel like you're doing everything that you can to be 100% Nate Bonsu and Nast B?
No.
What could you be doing?
I could be a lot healthier. I could be, like, the way I be getting this gut, bro, the way I will fall off.
Yeah.
I come from fitness, bro.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I come from being ripped and six pack and healthy, and I be looking at myself sometimes like, bro, you are losing it. Like,
Right.
when I think of like getting back on like some gym shit, I be looking at myself in the mirror, and even through the rolls in the belly, I see the six pack, I see the cutness. I swear to God, I see it through the mirror, bro.
Yeah.
And shit like that, I know I'm not at my full potential,
Mm-hmm.
because what I see through the mirror is really like what my potential is. Shit like that, like my health, the knowledge that I required. I know I could know way more. But some days I'm on Instagram. Some days I'm watching movies, and I could be learning shit like how I am with my mom. Like, it be some days where I could go over there and just kick it with her. Sometimes she be like, bro, you'll go a whole week without calling me.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? I don't live with her. She live close, but she be like, you go a whole week without calling me. I just be like, my bad, mom. It's not on purpose.
Right.
But I could be pulling up on her a few times out the week,
Mm-hmm.
chilling with her, kicking with her. Life's too short. You know what I'm saying? Or call her. Yo, mom, what up? Or even my niggas like, yo, what's poppin'? How you been? Blah, blah. I just be on some, like, chill, laid back shit sometimes. And I know these 3 little examples I made,
Mm-hmm.
I could be doing better in those areas. So I wouldn't say I'm in my full potential right now if I was to die tomorrow.
Yeah. So what are you going to do about it?
Guess do better. I'm not going to sit here and say that that's something you can do tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I guess thinking about it and knowing that, like, is the first part, is like knowing that I could be doing better.
Mm-hmm.
And then taking the necessary steps. And now that you say it, I ain't going to lie, like, Ejai, see how you put it, it was like, so why aren't you doing that? It's like you basically saying on some, I should be living in a way where if I was to die tomorrow, I'd be comfortable.
Yeah. That's the whole point. I
get it.
I feel like that's personally my whole philosophy that I want to get out of people. Why I like doing the podcast with people, because I feel like for me, if I were to go today, I'm good. You feel me? My family's good. My friends would be good. Like, and I want that out of everybody, because I used to have this perspective that everybody besides a select few people are bad. Most of the people in the world are bad. But as I've started to socialize more with people and be open-minded, I've learned that most people are good, to be honest. And when I see people like yourself, Play, Bees, Kel, Stroll, everybody that is here with us right now, even Trap, I'm going to be honest with you, are living their full potential. And I just want to see that grow out of people personally. So when I hear people say that they could be doing this better and doing that better, I want you to get to that point where you're like, you realize it for yourself. I'm not going to say, because I don't know what you could be doing better.
Yeah,
you look pretty damn fit to me.
You help me
You
just realize that.
And those are the things that really matter in life, like what you assign value to. Nobody's telling you to value your mom as much as you are. Nobody's telling you to value your health as much as you are, because there are people who are doing the exact opposite. They don't give a damn about their parents, and they're fat as hell, unfit, damn near about to die themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, the things that you value, just put everything into that. You know what I mean? But, go ahead.
My bad, I didn't know.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, too, trying is a part of being 100% yourself. You're trying, like, chasing that 100 million, chasing that fit body. You feel me? Like, the chase.
That grind.
Makes you you. It's not really
The
when
results.
you reach that goal.
Exactly.
100. You feel what I'm saying? Because we always reach goals and then new goals, new goals. But it's the chase. Like, are you really chasing what you care about at the moment to the fullest? And if you know you're chasing, you're trying, you're 100.
Yeah,
You feel me?
yeah.
So
The fact that you wake up thinking about it, caring about it.
Mm-hmm.
This is my day 2 of being back on my.
Proud too.
You feel me?
Day
He
two,
was.
motherfucker.
Hey, look, I called him when
Me
I pulled
too.
up at the gym. I was like, all right, bro. Like we were talking,
too.
and I was like, all right, bro. I'm gonna hit you. I'm about to go in the gym. It was right before I seen you. He's like, hold up, and he was in the gym too. Like proud,
I
man.
ain't
But
going on Instagram neither. Y'all just gonna see the results.
yeah,
I ain't gonna be taking the mirror pictures. I ain't gonna be showing the new shoes. You're just gonna see the fucking 6-pack.
and the chain.
Results come.
Exactly. Until them results come. Yeah, but we are gonna wrap it up soon. I just wanted to hear one more thing for you, man. Right now in your life, what is the most fulfilling thing for you? It doesn't have to be one thing, but
Fulfilling.
what makes you most proud?
I ain't gonna lie. Right now, I might have to say my relationship. I might have to say that, bro.
Love that.
Which is fucking crazy. But right now,
Why is it crazy?
because it's like it's not normal.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. You don't see it often. Like me and TK, we're not. You might think we're on the gram, but how we really are, we not on the gram with it for real.
Low
Like,
key.
it's like where we're going, and the fulfillment I get from it might be the most fulfilling thing right now. And
Yeah.
the most that I'm proud of, because like I've seen the growth,
Mm-hmm.
and it's what keeps me grounded right now. Like, yeah, my relationship keep me grounded. So I definitely, and if it's like my happiness, my happy place for real.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Love it, man.
Good guy.
Yeah, I love it. Like,
Such a good guy.
absolutely love it, man. Wow, look at that. Speaking of which,
yeah.
you guys
Rest in
can't
peace,
see.
Fat Trap,
Yeah,
Fat Trap, nigga. Hey,
as soon as I seen the cover, man.
for real.
But where can people find you at? What do you have going on? This is your floor right now.
NAST capital B, the official real deal individual. Had to let that be known first of all. I look at the camera. The hottest in the county, man. The hottest coming out this shit. The one that's gonna lead us to victory. It's your boy. I'm looking at y'all right now. You can follow me at NASTB _ Instagram, Twitter. I'm not on a Snap. I got a project coming out. May it be. Y'all been seeing the campaign. I ain't got a date just yet, but it's very, very soon. Very, very soon. So stay tuned. Don't blink. Keep your eyes peeled, ready. I know y'all feeling the vibes right now. I know you are. Stay tuned. It's finna go crazy. Finna go up. Maybe on the way. It's nice.
Yeah, man. Zach, closing out Blueprint Journal. We're in Double M Studios. That's it. I'm going to see you guys. Peace out.